Okay, so what is the nutrition framework? What is the no-fail nutrition framework? Well, what we do is much different than anything else that you've probably experienced. And I'll tell you what you've experienced in the past has been plugging your information into some type of a calorie calculator that also gives you your macros maybe, and it says here is your calories you should be eating and these are the calories you should be eating if you want to lose weight. All of this is just arbitrary. This is ballpark stuff. There's no precision here. It is all arbitrary, and I hate it because I've never seen one of these calculators anywhere close. And I've worked with everyone from military officers to ex-professional athletes to single mothers. I mean, it's never made sense that that the weight loss industry or the fitness industry is using these calculators because they don't ever do anything but spit out some arbitrary number. This number could be too low for you, could be too high for you, but they're gonna have you hitting this number consistently just to see what happens. I don't think that's a great approach because I want people to get in and start seeing results from day one. So how do we do that? Well, we incorporate what we call power foods, where we have the high performance human power foods. And what this list of foods is a list of 10 years of elimination diets, data from elimination diets that people have come in with bloat, fatigue, all types of situations, and that incorporating or eating exclusively from this food list, it's a massive food list, but eating exclusively from this list has taken every single one of these patients from symptomatic to asymptomatic, which means that it basically cured the things that they were having challenges with. And that's a great place to start, especially when people maybe have an allergy, maybe they have something that a very low level allergy that they don't understand why when I eat this, I feel this way or this happens. This is a great way to clear the slate and then slowly incorporate foods back in that, okay, when I eat this, I'm feeling like, I'm a little more bloated, or I just feel fatigued or whatever, like my GI tract isn't where it should be. And this is definitely an inside out approach rather than an outside only approach, because it's not enough to have you looking awesome and feeling like crap. We want you to feel awesome and start to look awesome, because that is the ultimate win for you, and that is the ultimate win for the High Performance Human Program. That is exactly what this program was designed to do. So we start out with the power foods. So we go into what we call the calibrate phase. And in the calibrate phase, we adjust your metabolism. Like, most people don't realize that you can actually increase your metabolic rate, which will require you to eat more food without gaining weight. It's pretty awesome. Actually, most people come into the High Performance Human Program and they eat more food and they consistently drop weight as they eat more food, which is great, right? So as we build the metabolism to the point of matching current body weight, or to the point where the body weight is no longer falling, then we go into a rapid fat loss phase. And in the rapid fat loss phase, this is where we go after as much fat as humanly possible. And we go into a fat loss phase, but when we go into this phase, we actually start building the nutrition back up as far as food intake throughout the fat loss phase. So we're building the metabolism up. The thing we want to focus on is retaining the current metabolism, because most of the time, again, what you're probably used to is the whole crash diet. Live there for a while. Maybe you plateau, and then you take calories away, and then you plateau again, and then you take calories away, then you plateau again, you take calories away. But everyone is racing to ground zero, meaning that you get to a point where you can no longer take calories away, and you can no longer work more or do more work. And when you get to the point where you're at ground zero, the only place your weight is going to go is straight up, which is not great because then you become extremely efficient. And what I mean by that is if you're familiar with a Prius, like the car, the Prius, you can take a little bit of energy and do a lot of work with this energy. But we don't want you to be a Prius. We want you to require a lot of energy to do a little bit of work. We want you to be more like a Lamborghini or a Hummer or a big Suburban, something like that. Because that is when you're at your inefficient. When you're inefficient, you burn more fat and you can build more muscle. And that's really the simple 3 phases. The 3 phases are assess. We use an assessment with the Power Foods. First week, we go into a calibration phase where we calibrate your metabolism. Typically, we'll build the metabolism up. Then we go in the 3rd phase, the rapid fat loss phase, where we go after as much body fat as possible in that body fat reduction. And then we just stay on that metabolic build phase, the rapid fat loss phase, metabolic build phase. And the coolest thing about how all these cycles are harmonized together is the fact that your body weight is trending down and your caloric intake is trending up. So you can consistently drop body weight, drop body fat on higher calories the more that you go through, the longer that you're in the high performance human. So that is our nutritional approach, and that is how we can guarantee results and how you can eat the food you enjoy, eat a lot of the food you enjoy, and get and stay on the road to looking and feeling awesome.